The Detroit Lions Week 8 injury report is here, and we do not have that many players in the injury report. However, the Titans have quite a lot. This is according to Tim Twentyman. I believe you guys can see this. Lions, Titans, Friday practice reports with game designations for Sunday, and he hasn't updated this, and I will show you here in a minute what the updated list is. Guard, Christian Mahogany, illness, out. We have not activated him yet from the PUP list, or the non-injury list. He has to be elevated off that list next week for him to not be out for the season. If the Lions decide to not take him off the list, then he will be out for the season with the rules that apply to that. Josh Paschal, illness, out. Josh Paschal did not practice all week. That was expected with him not practicing all week. He's dealing with I believe it's an issue with cancer, I heard, or something like that from the prior time before. He said something came up, and he's going to miss this week, but he said he should be ready to go by next week. So first, Josh Paschal, what's ever going on with him. And the rest of the list here, Taylor Decker, Graham Glasgow, Levi Onwuzurike, Frank Ragnow, and Kevin Zeitler, they have no game stats. They will all be playing. On the Titans list, Jalen Duncan, tackle, hamstring, out. I don't know if that's their starter or not. I do not believe that is their starter, but don't quote me on that. Cedric Guerrero, linebacker, out. He's a very underrated linebacker. L'Jarius Sneed, one of the better corners in the league, quad injury, out. That is huge, especially with J-Mo out for us. That is huge. They also do not have Jamal Adams anymore, as he just got released last week. And Jerome Baker, he just got traded to the Titans this week and replaced for Ernest Jones. It says he's questionable here, but they just came out with an updated injury report that said he is now out, which is expected, especially when he just joined the club there a couple days ago. Jarvis Brownlee, he is questionable. Will Levis, questionable, right shoulder. Tajay Spears, I was shocked about this one. Hamstring, he was questionable, was limited all week. I expected him to play. There's an updated injury report for the Titans about him, and he has also been ruled out. So the players that are out for the Titans is Jalen Duncan, tackle, Cedric Guerrero, linebacker, L'Jarius Sneed, cornerback, Tajay Spears, running back, and linebacker Jerome Baker, who just joined this week there. Out for the Lions is guard Christian Mahogany, defensive lineman Josh Paschal, and then Jamison Williams with his suspension. So, we are very healthy heading into this game. Besides defensive end, we have nobody playing on the defensive end that has had production this season in terms of sacks. I'm gonna put this in perspective to you guys. On the defensive end position, heading into this game, with Josh Paschal out, with Hutchinson on IR and Davenport on IR, we'll throw in Derek Barnes as well. The Lions have, if I'm not mistaken, 0 sacks on the season in the defensive line group heading into this game. Defensive end group heading into this game. Isaiah Thomas will be playing his first game as a Detroit Lion. So he, of course, does not have the statistics. Al-Quadin Muhammad will be playing his first game as a Detroit Lion as he just got elevated. We'll be talking about that in a little bit. And the other guys, Isaac Onkwo, he does not have a sack on the season. He did not get elevated for this game because it would be his third and final elevation, and the Lions do not want to risk that yet. And then James Houston is the last edge rusher, and I'm not even going to talk about him. He does not have a statistic. Now, since I already spoiled it, let's go over the transactions the Lions have made. The Lions, according to Detroit Lions Twitter, Lions have elevated outside linebacker / defensive end Al-Quadin Muhammad and tight end Shane Zylstra from the practice squad to the inactive list. No shocker here. Dan Campbell brought up in one of his press conferences this week that Al-Quadin Muhammad is going to have to step up, that he was probably going to get elevated this week, and he did. That was expected, and I'm all here for it. I'm glad to see Al-Quadin Muhammad. He does have production in the past on other teams. Did not play last year, but I really like that elevation. He's not going to be, like anybody that's going to make a big splash, but he can help that defensive line group, I believe. And Shane Zylstra is now elevated for the second consecutive week. Shane Zylstra, the Lions are looking to find their new tight end number 3. Parker Hess just really hasn't been involved in the offense like I think they were hoping for. I think they were hoping for him to be the new fullback for this year to replace Kabinda from last year. But I don't know if they just didn't see that in preseason or what, but he's barely been at fullback this position this season. It's more of been Brock Wright or even the running backs and Craig Reynolds or Sione Vacchi. And then you always got Laporta in there as well. But they really haven't used Parker Hess at fullback like I think they were intended to. And he, of course, has not really been involved at all in the receiving game. I don't think he's been really involved in the blocking game either. It's really just been special teams for him. So I think Shane Zylstra, they're looking to find him as a receiving target. He can block, just not very good at it. But, of course, he can also play that fullback position if he needs to. Speedy tight end is a great catching tight end. Great special teamer. Just that blocking of him needs to get better. But if he can get that better, he is a very good tight end. And I'm all for him taking over the tight end number 3 spot if the Lions do decide to do that after this game by releasing Parker Hess and signing Zylstra to the 53-man roster, because we will not keep 4 tight ends. That's just not happening. Parker Hess was the healthy and active last week. Expect that again this week with Shane Zylstra out once again. So that is the Lions roster moves they have announced for Week 8 versus Tennessee Titans and the Lions injury report. Leave your thoughts in the comments down below. How do you feel about the defensive line group heading in this game? Do you think that Isaiah Thomas or Al-Quadin Muhammad can step up and help with Josh Paschal, Davenport, and Hutch, of course, being out? And do you think Zylstra will be involved and make an impact in this game? Leave your thoughts in the comments down below. One Pride, go Lions.